I want to talk today about the importance of letting go. If you're designing any kind of creative project or whatever you're working on, there's this need that crops in, it feels like, to control every aspect. And as a game designer, I had especially noticed that happening to me. Because starting out as an indie game developer, there's so many things to learn. You need to not only be able to program the game, you need to be able to set up a website, you need to be able to set up a store page, you need to be able to figure out marketing, you need to do working on like patch notes and working with artists and contractors. There's so much. And I think I had gained this feeling like I had to do everything. And I realized this was holding me back. And this was like a hard lesson to learn because you can't do everything. And there's an element of trust. I think almost in any endeavor, there's an element of letting go and saying, you know what, this thing I'm working on, it's not me. I like it's something. It doesn't represent me. It'll be better if you let it mature and evolve on its own, almost like um, almost like having kids. You got to let them go. And so why I'm talking about this now is we just had this big update, which I'm really excited about. We just added the music to the game, and I think it's great. The composer Foghart did a great job. But getting to that position of getting the music in the game wasn't so simple for me. I had grown up with a background in music theory and piano, and I thought, you know what, I have to do this. I'm gonna program the game. I'm gonna write all the music. I'm gonna write all the stories. I'm gonna do everything, and it's just overwhelming. It's exhausting. And so when I decided, you know what, this isn't about can I make it exactly what I want and do everything. This isn't about me. It's about how do I make the best product? How do I make the greatest experience? And the truth was, it wasn't me composing. And I had to learn that, and I had to go find talent. And even in that process, I thought, okay, I'm going to make a list of every composer, and I'm going to listen to all their music. I'm going to find the exact style I want. But all that work actually didn't find me the composer that we ended up working with. And it was only through a meeting someone said, you know what, I know a guy. I know someone who would be good for your game. I know someone who could do that style. And that's what led me to Foghart. And now he's produced all this wonderful music. If you have the game, I recommend you jump in and just give it a listen. It's amazing, and there's a lot more coming too, and it's so exciting. And but the only way that happened was I had to get out of the way a bit. And even early on, I was sending him melodies I had, and like I still kind of wanted a part. And let me see if I've got one here to show you. So here's an example: the main theme of the game, and I think this is a fantastic theme, or maybe we could call it a motif. And I had these little themes, and this one is in the game, and it came out great, and I'm so happy. And Foghart did a great job with it. But I realized listening to his music, he was he was doing wonderful. So many of his tracks were just wonderful. It didn't need my interjecting. Sometimes you have to let it go. You have to let it evolve. You have to let it grow. You have to trust people around you to do their job, and that can be really hard to do. It's like you're trusting the universe. You're saying, all right, here it is, please. But there's there's a reward for that, I think. And I'll show you something of the process. Here we have a rough recording of me on the piano. That's me playing the main melody. When we launch the game, listen to what that turned into. It's just amazing. Just fantastic. Oh, by the way, the new main menu you're watching, that's the one of the room algorithms. We've shown it several times in this channel. I loved it so much I thought, hey, why not make that the main menu? I notice streamers often leave the game in the main menu for a while, so I wanted something dynamic and alive there. But the point there was, listen to that transformation. It's a long way to go from like an idea to the execution. And you might have part of an idea, you might have something, but that actually bringing it all the way is huge. It matters so much. And you can't expect yourself to be able to do everything. You have to trust others. And I'm so glad I did. And now we've got a wonderful set of tracks for the Doors of Truthios. And just on this theme of trusting the universe, I'll give one more example that happened recently. Here is a post on Reddit. And this post on the front page of Roguelikes got us huge uptick in wish lists for the game. And even a fair number of sales. And I didn't post this. I didn't set this up. It's just someone found the game and they liked it and they just stumbled into it. And it's amazing to me. I could put all this work into marketing, and sure, that helps. But there is a certain point where you kind of need to wait. You need to say, you make the best thing you can, and there's an element of just trusting the world to respond. And yes, we're going to have to learn lessons on the way, and often we have to change up what we do, and we make mistakes. But I see this, and it's just so organic, and it's amazing. And the feeling is more like, okay, I have a role to play in this, but it's not about me. It's about making the best product and the best game I possibly can.